Hi there, it's Captain Halfman. Hey, check it out, we've got three. That's right, three Christopher Reeve Superman action figures. One from Mezco. It is a 6-inch 112 action figure. It's been around for a few years now. It's really awesome. So it's great. This is and it's got a full body costume and full head range of motion, so you can really look up. I love that. Wired cape, except for on the bottom, so it's just wired on the sides. Cool wires. He comes with that really cool piece there from the Fortress of Solitude, and many more. When you get him, you get all these little accessories, which I'll show you guys in a second. So let's move on. I'll show you this next contestant we have here. We have your regular Christopher Reeve action figure from McFarlane, your standard Christopher Reeve. It's a 7-inch action figure. Looks pretty cool. Now, when you get him, you don't really get much. You get all these different hands and stuff here, that's really cool. But this face sculpt is not much different than the regular face sculpt, so you're going to see that is a big difference. Also, the hands. Christopher Reeve never had hands that size. I think that, let's say, once again, look how the hand is open, and it's still. This is from Action Comics 1000, I believe. And they got the hands spot on. It's the best hands I've ever seen McFarlane do. It's just a little bit smaller, and I think it could still be a little smaller, because Batman hands are really actually the perfect size hands. I don't know why they feel the need to do this. McFarlane does this. Notice Mezco has symmetrical hands that fit. If you notice on my hand right now, I've got a maternity ward because I just had a son with my wife. She's still in the hospital recovering, so I'm going to go back. I had to come home and take care of the dogs. So, but moving on, we've got this guy. And this is your Platinum Chase variant from McFarlane. And McFarlane calling it that is kind of funny. It's really just Superman 3's Evil Superman, which I've done a review on already and shown my thoughts. Yeah, I've grown to like it a little bit more. Once again, I think it is a perfect fighting figure for if you could put a Brandon Routh head sculpt on there and you wanted to have a Superman Returns variant, because it's different. Obviously, it's bigger chest. Well, then that would be good. Somebody told me that, I think it was a subscriber that said that this is tighter and not as baggy under the chest. And I was like, what does that mean? Well, I think they're talking about this right here. This is very, if you can see this here, you see all that? I think you can. Yeah, this is weird. Look at this. Look at how much stuff you're getting. How much space you're getting here. This is kind of. Did he lean out for a competition or something? And forget to change his clothes? I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, it makes it more difficult to get inside your flight stand. And then when you get in the flight stand, you notice we've got a little bit of it doesn't look that great. That's kind of a gripe there. They did a pretty good job on the head sculpt. Look at this irregular head sculpt here. Yeah. Look at this guy. Pretty good. I'd say it's on the same level as NECA. I wish I had a NECA action figure. The only reason I don't is because there's so many counterfeits out there that it's kind of hard to find a legitimate one. So they did a pretty good job. I mean, especially for the price point being $30. You see that? That's really good. I'll show you this. So this is the one from getting focus. This is the one from Mezco. Now you see this is a little bit different, and I think a little bit better. They really captured him here. No one can make a mistake. And dare I say, it looks more lifelike, actually. Like, I kind of, with the right lighting, expect him to start speaking. And I really dig the full body costume. You just, once again, have to make sure your hands are very clean every time you touch them. Sometimes I suggest wearing cafeteria gloves if you really want to be careful. But yeah, always wash your hands before touching them, because they will just... they're a magnet for dirt, dust, and grime when they're in oils and stuff. That's not something you don't have to worry about so much as the plastic figures, you know? It's kind of nice. And on camera, this comes off about a shade brighter than it really is. It looks a little bit lighter blue than it really is. And the only way I can really show you that is to contrast it right here. Is you notice how light the Mezco is. It's a tad lighter. Yeah, well, it's because it's kind of fitting right in there. It's the same exact color as the costume in the Christopher Reeve picture. I mean, that's the same exact color right there. It's just blending perfectly. So, and as where this, I mean, it's funny that they picked a picture of Christopher Reeve that he's obviously contrasting with. No, you know, once again, like I say, this is more bold blue. I don't know, or not bold, kind of aqua blue, like a water blue or something. Like it's ocean blue. I don't know, but it's not bold. It's not exactly light. I mean, it's just at the very start of the light blues, I would say. But it's a nice blue color. It's not too dark. I'm not big on the dark blues. I like light colors. What's really neat is you get both the platinum chase variant and the regular. And see, he doesn't come with a head sculpt, so pop this sucker off. Now, yeah, he does have a little bit of 5 o'clock shadow, and there are some stuff on. I mean, there is some stuff on here, like just a few little lines of like white, which you can either ignore, paint over with black, or even a little blue, which is something I've noticed some companies, well, McFarlane in particular, uses blue on their Superman a lot. So now we have the regular action figure, but he's able to have his heat vision eyes, which is really cool, huh? Let's just be honest. And in focus, please. That's a lot better. I would really think that looks cool. The other head sculpt is nice, but it's really not much different than a regular. So I don't see the point in what is it? A head sculpt that's just slightly different, you know. Once again, really good job here on the head sculpt. We have to admire that. Let's be honest. I think they did a bang on job, especially for, like I say, $30. So, and I'm just gonna pop the regular evil Superman head back on here. And it's always fun putting these heads back on. A problem that you're going to have with both the Platinum Chase variant and the regular Superman is that, as you see here, he doesn't really look up. I've mentioned this in my review of this Platinum Chase variant. That's as far up as he looks. So, I mean, this is bending the body, really. I'm not being fair. I mean, if you really want to, the hair is preventing him from being able to do that. It's a similar problem I've seen with MathX. They have some characters that block off the hair, so I mean, their hair blocks off them being able to have full range of motion. And you can see right here, once again, same thing. It's really no different. Still baggy. But, like I say, when you get the Platinum Chase variant, you do at least get the laser eyes, the heat vision. And so if you don't like the way the Platinum Chase variant looks, but you're an absolute collector or whatever, or for whatever reason, I got this by accident. But so on the bright side, his head sculpt looks great on this figure. I mean, it's the only way we can have heat vision for McFarlane's regular Christopher Reeve action figure. And look at that amazing head sculpt. Ooh, I'm talking about a case of red eye. Ooh, boy. Get this man some Visine. Right, sorry, it's blurry out there again. So what do you to make of all this here? Well, I really like both 6-inch Supermans and 6-inch and 7-inch. I'm a big fan of all the different types. I really love the Superpowers action figures, and I love these more articulate, larger figures that I really wish were around when I was a kid. Oh my gosh, if every one of these was around when I was a child, I would have been very happy. I'm sure a lot of you guys would too. And now our children will have these to play with. I'm happy that I got all of them, to be perfectly honest. Even include that guy over there who has nothing to do with this at all, but he looks cool. He looks what we call the Reeve Returns costume, where they take the Christopher Reeve colors and take a little bit of the Superman Returns styling, such as the plastic there, and just have it be larger and brighter. There's no S here, but there is another one that has the same kind of style. But if I was going to only get one of them, of course I gotta stick with my Mezco boy here, because he comes with a lot more. So he comes with a few different head sculpts here, and all these, like, you have your kryptonite, you have your green crystal, your white crystal, and your white crystal there activates the light under a different setting. I can turn the light over there off and have it on a kind of standby setting, at which point, if you're a weirdo and you're sitting around playing with your figures, you want to have the lights come on. There's a little tiny metal tip in there, which I guess you would call a contact, that completes a circuit. And here's another one right there. So you get two of those. And when you put it in, it turns the light on right away. So here's the kryptonite necklace from the original film. It's cool. Yeah. So kryptonite, bunch of different hands, different heads. You get your smiling Christopher Reeve. Hey, let's go on. Come on, guy. Let's get over here. Let's get where the people can see you. The reason I'm not opening him and taking him out is I really don't want to open this thing. I keep it closed at all times as much as I can so I don't lose any parts. Yeah. If you just want to have like fun with some Christopher Reeve action figures, you're not like looking to spend, because the price point on this guy is anywhere from really starting at about $200. You might be able to find him a little lower. A lot of places, a lot of people are selling them for $300 or more. I was lucky to win him at an auction, so there you go. But for $60, you can buy one of each of these guys. Now, that's going to be a little more difficult because the pre-orders are done and they're already out. From what I understand, Entertainment Earth has them available. I would check GameStop. It's been off and on with them. So you can look at those two places. Once again, Amazon, if you go on Amazon and look in the McFarlane store, I've seen it appear and disappear. So, just check around those websites. Even look on McFarlane's website, which I don't think they're going to be having on it, but even check on there, because sometimes they do restock. And I've caught a few times and they restock, and so do a whole bunch of other people, and it sells out very, very quick. So you just want to keep your eyes open and really look around, because right now to buy these guys like on eBay, they're selling for I think $130. Around that. If you buy them together, $130, maybe $100, something like that, and that's just for one of each. So it's a little ridiculous, but that's the way it goes. That's because this guy is so rare. Platinum Chase variant. And normally I probably wouldn't have opened him, but I've got a son. I know he's going to play with this. And honestly, I'm not ever going to sell it. So, too bad, kiddo. I opened it. You're going to play with it anyway. So, yeah. And that's something else to consider. If you're an inbox collector and you really want to take one out of the box, just think, am I ever going to sell this? And if the answer is no, well then just enjoy it the way you want to. The joy of being able to have multiples. I bought 3 of these, so I got 3 of these, 1 of these, and 1 of those, because although somebody had offered me 2 of these that were used recently. And that's another, you can find some of these used, and they're in great condition. I saw one go recently for I think it was $200 or somewhere around that for 2 of these, but they were used. Now, once again, I do like this more because what he can look up. Oops, I say that, but he can look up. He's a superhero who flies and looks up. These guys, to get them to truly look up, you notice how I have this little body bend going on here. If I were to straighten that out, he would just be kind of glancing forward. Really, it's not much. So to look up, I mean that's the most he looks. So you got to bend it. That's there. Same thing with him. And his baggy trunks. Sorry, I forget who's told me that. But you were spot on. The cape, by the way, they tried really hard. It looks very good. The S is very high quality. It's quite thick. Put on very well. So that's great. But it's the wrong shape. I mean, the same thing goes for this guy. That they got it wrong here too. So Mezco didn't really do anything better. And the only company that's gotten the Cape S correct would be NECA. And that's pretty much the only thing that's good about that figure for me. He's way too skinny. I'm probably still going to get one at one point just so I can, have him call him the puny Superman because he's way skinny. And the face sculpt's a little off. So you're best off sticking with this one if you want a 7-inch action figure. Although, you just heard me say, I'm still going to get the NECA figure. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think that covers all of this. Like I say, the choice is yours, really. And thankfully, I don't have to make the choice. I get it all. Yeah. So, if you're in that position where you can get at least, one of each of these guys and maybe even him, I'd say go for it because I'm really happy having all 3 of these. And I still want to get the NECA, even though it's skinny looking and weird. I love the Cape. The Cape S is perfect. The way they got the diamond is just right. So, you guys, check it out. You see what I mean? How this is kind of more exactly like a diamond, and this has got a bit of an angular and roundness to it that's just not here. It's and this S is different. You see the S right there, it kind of curls up. The S is just different, and the only one to get it right would be NECA. So, hey everybody, you guys decide which one you want. Get all 3 or more. There's a Mattel Superman out there. It's a Christopher Reeve figure, but it doesn't look good. So you can get that one too, but I wouldn't recommend it. All right. Keep on having fun. Take care. And Captain, have fun. Finally out.